Hi everyone, how you doing today? This is Coach Marsha. How you doing? Okay, I'm logging on to. Hi everyone, how you doing today? This is Coach Marsha. How you doing? Okay, I'm logging on to. Okay then, well, how's everyone doing today? I know you all haven't seen this beautiful face in like a month. I think it's been like a month. But I'm here, I'm back, and I'm so happy to be back. Getting my life together, getting a balance with this new venture that I'm on. And it's taking me 30 days, y'all. Like for real, for real. But I'm here. I'm excited to be back. And I just want to come and talk. Like because I haven't talked to you all in it seems like forever. And I just want to see your beautiful faces and hear the great things that you all have to share with me. I've been getting your inboxes and I've been answering those as they come. Forgive me if I am delayed in my response to you, but however, know that I have, as of today, answered every inquiry. And I hope the information that I shared with you all will be beneficial to you all in your quest either to one become the game changer of your life in which you have decided that failure is not your final option, or two, on your endeavors to seek benefits or needing solutions or guidance or resource in reference to you are still a veteran. Once again, this is your girl Marsha, aka the Game Changer Coach Marsha. So I just wanted to come by and let's talk. Let you know that I'm back. I don't know the exact days that I will be coming on to the live stream to talk with everyone, but I will have a presence at least twice a week. And if something pops up the wee hours of the morning that I need to share with you all, most definitely I will begin to share more. But on today, for about 15, 20 minutes, I want to talk about you are still a veteran. Yes, which you all know my story. This is dear to my heart. One of the businesses that I believe that God gave me, and through an experience that I went through in my transition from the military, that led me to create You Are Still a Veteran. And You Are Still a Veteran, in short, is an organization that's designed to assist veterans who have transitioned out the military with a less than general discharge. That means that you have a general, bad conduct, or dishonorable discharge. And the reason why I specifically chose that demographic of veteran is because that veteran believes that he or she is no longer a veteran. Because unfortunately, that is what they are told. But that is not true. It's not true according to VA regulation. And I don't have that right in front of me at this very moment, but our next meeting together, I will most definitely have that. But today I wanted to discuss some things that what qualifies you or what does VA look for when it comes to filing a disability claim, right? Just because you served doesn't mean that you're eligible to receive benefits. That's whether you got out with an honorable discharge or the worst, a dishonorable discharge. Just because you served, it does not mean that you are entitled to a service to be a service connected disabled veteran. Some people get out just fine, never went to the doctors, never had anything wrong with them. They're in better shape when they came in than getting out, right? So on that individual, hey, you're good to go. You know, every veteran out there is not a service connected disabled veteran. And in some cases, some don't want to be. So, but that's fine. This message is not for you. This is messages for the individual who maybe don't know, or like, hey, I don't know if I can become service connected because I really didn't go to the doctors, right? Scenario one, I really didn't go to the sick call. Nothing really ever happened. But however, I'm having these issues, and they are a direct result of my time in service. So what do I do, Coach Marsha? Simple. It's called what they call a nexus letter. A nexus letter can be a fill in for the absence of proper documentation in medical records. The thing is that you have to communicate that. You have to be very detailed in that nexus letter and explain to the person that's going to get your packet, hey, this is why, this is what occurred. This is why I did not go to seek medical attention. And this is the reoccurring piece that shows one is a chronic condition, right? So it's so important, guys, that even though you do not have the supporting documentation to show in your medical records or your medical jacket, however, there are ways to still communicate with the VA that you have a chronic condition. Yes. And it's called a nexus letter. It's just as simple as you writing a letter to the VA explaining what it is that occurred, what it is that you're claiming. So it's so important. Don't defeat yourself before you even get in the game. A process of going through this process of becoming a service connected disabled veteran. And it's so much more to go to that, guys. And I always bring about the point that I'm a former non-commissioned officer of the United States Army. And one thing that's in the NCO creed is that you will be technically and tactically proficient. Okay, the tactically, hey, everybody has that. But the technically proficient is key right here with dealing with the VA. And I am going to always stress this point. Being technically proficient is so important because you just don't lose that once you transition from the armed forces. Even if you wasn't a non-commissioned officer, you're a junior soldier, right? One thing that you had to do in preparing for the boards, preparing for anything that you want, exams from basic training to AIT, you had to study, right? You had to get the information, you had to study the information, and then you had to apply the information. The concept doesn't stop. The principle does not stop once you get out. You have to carry that same principle over to your VA disability claim. It is not the VA's the rater or the veteran service officer, the person who gets your packet. It's not their responsibility to figure out what it is that you're trying to say. It is not their responsibility to figure out what it is that you're requesting of them. Like, it needs to be dummy proof, right? You need to have a step-by-step instructions, a SOP, so to say, about your time in serving in the United States Armed Forces. You need to have, like, one would think, oh, that's extreme. I should not have to have a whole booklet with tabs and saying that on this date, during this time, during this period, this is what occurred to me. You're absolutely wrong. You do. Because what it does is it takes the guessing game out for that person, that rater on the other end at the VA that is processing your claim. They have a process that they have to go through, right, you all? And so our thing is that we want something from them, right? So in order for us to get what we want, we got to research. We got to give them more than enough information, right? Just like you're studying for anything, like studying to get your driver's license. You have no clue what answers What questions are going to be asked of you on that exam, right? From the signs, right? It's hundreds of signs. You study all, but you only get about 20, 10 or 20 on the test. I think it's 10. You get about 10 on the test. You miss one, you're wrong. Like, hey, start over, right? But you study all of those. You study all of them. And it's no different with the VA. You have to outline exactly what it is. And so it's so important, guys, that you connect with a representative that is proficient, that is knowledgeable, um, proficient and knowledgeable on the things of VA disability claims. And one thing that's recently been brought to my attention is that a dear friend of mine, she's going through a process of becoming service connected. And then I always say, hey, don't be giving these people all your money to do a disability claim. And I found out, and I was so saddened, and I was so angry, guys, sad and angry, that our organization out there will take over half, you heard right, over half of what this veteran is going to get back monetarily from the VA for something they really didn't do, right? This service member, this veteran had to relive and do all the work, all the hard work. They ain't do nothing but send her paperwork to fill out, right? And they're going to take that very paperwork and submit it. Something she could have done herself. But she signed a contract that stated that she's going to give them 50%, 50% of what she gets back. And it might not be 50%, but it's a lot. Maybe 40, but it's a lot. Guys, don't go out there and do that because one, it's not guaranteed. Two, if you're going to get that much money for you, make them do everything. The only thing that you should be doing is signing documentation that they're preparing to submit to the VA on your behalf. Serving as your power of attorney, right? That's the only thing that they should be doing. If they're not doing that, if you have to fill out a DBQ, by golly, they better have a Zoom meeting, talk to you, and they fill out the paperwork. Not you're filling out the paperwork. And for those of you who are suffering from PTSD, who are suffering from MST or different things mentally concerning your time in service, make sure that you connect with someone who has a follow-up, right? Because when you open yourself up to relive those, I don't even know what to call it, those experiences, those negative, those life-changing, those traumatic experiences that you have gone through and you have suppressed for almost 20 years, and then they just leave you vulnerable out there to be able to deal with this thing. If you couldn't deal with it then, what makes you think you're going to deal with it now? It's compounded, it's worse. So if you're going to invest in someone to help you with your disability claim, ask the hard questions. Once I open myself up to you and all these things come back, surface, psychologists, psychiatrists, therapists, are you going to walk this process with me of healing? What do I do? Ask the question, what do I do when it happens? Because guess what? It's going to happen. What do I do? Because mind you, you're not connected to mental health at the VA. So what happens? What keeps me from going from suicidal ideations to now, hey, I want to run off a bridge? After everything has been exposed, open, And I might not have a spiritual background, or I do have a spiritual background, but I don't know what to do with these feelings here. Right? So it's so important, guys. Ask the hard questions. Ask the questions that's not in black and white. Do you recommend that I connect with the VA mental health department? Because what you don't want to do is get open up and then got to backpedal, right? Because when you backpedal, you know what? Sometimes you got to have someone there who's going to push you up, because you don't want to backpedal into a dark place that you can't come out of. So, and if you are one of those organizations that are hearing me, I'm kind of sort of am attacking you, but however, I'm not really attacking you, because if I was really attacking you, I would put your name out there. So I'm not attacking you, but I highly recommend that look beyond the monetary benefit, right? For you and the veteran, and look at the whole veteran there. Because once they reveal to you what they've gone through, somebody has to deal with it. And they might not be at the point where they're connected to a mental health organization, whether it's with the VA or in the civilian sector. I just ask that you be compassion, show empathy, be gentle with them, because they're fragile, right? And you don't want them to shatter. Because that one thing, like I had the peg and the hammer, that one thing, that one statement, that one exposure could be that one thing. Be gentle with them, guys. Be gentle with them. I beg of you, be gentle with them. So, and and I know that, even though I'm in a position where I assist veterans with their claims, right? But everybody is not for me, and I understand that. And I've connected with different organizations that I know, that I vetted myself, that I can refer you to, and I get nothing from it. No monetary gain. Just to know that you are being taken care of by someone who cares more than just you getting a service connected disability rating. Because there's so many layers that goes with that. You can get the money, but if you all broken, you all shattered, it means nothing. If you're in a grave 30 days after you've been to receive your rating, or you're in and out the hospital, you can't even enjoy the benefits of being, I don't know, I might sound crazy, like enjoy the benefits, but there are benefits to veterans who are service connected, disabled veterans. So, yeah, guys. So I didn't want to get on here and fuss. But I had to get that out, because I've come across too many veterans, and it was like, Miss Marsha, can you help me? You know, I paid these people $5,000 and I got a rating back of 20%. If only you would have listened, service officer. If only you would have listened to them. No two are the same. It might sound the same, but listen. And don't forget secondary conditions. With every primary, sometimes there's a secondary, and a secondary to that, and a secondary to that. Take time with your people. Take time with your people, service officers. Take time. Take time with your people. Listen to them. Treat them as you will want to be treated. I learned that. I learned that early in my early years of being a non-commissioned officer. I was deployed. My first deployment, I was in Qatar, right? And I never forget, I had this special forces guy. I didn't know he was special forces at the time, but he was looking all rough and raggedy and everything like that, right? And I was like, my God. I said, who is this dude like this? And I was an NCOIC, just so happened. And I wasn't NCOIC. I wasn't. I wasn't. Start bolding. I wasn't an NCOIC. And I went over to him and I was going like, hey, soldier, like that. And so Bolden, he gave me the look like, okay, then Marsha, tread lightly like that. And I was like, when you know the look from your leaders, you know the look, right? And so I was like, how can I help you? Because they assigned me to help him. I was like, how can I help him? And then find out that like, hey, he'd been like doing stuff that I would never do as a soldier in the United States Army. You know, he had a mission where he was off the grid like that, but in this process his finances was jacked up for almost a year. And not only is he out saving the world, saving us, here it is, his family is back in the rear struggling financially because they didn't know what to do or who to communicate with in reference to his finances. So he's in the office, my finance office, to get assistance. So you know what I did? I made it my mission before I left and did anything. And my soldiers, who were the soldiers, not my soldiers, the soldiers who were helping at that time, we were determined to ensure that this service member's family got money to take care of financial responsibilities they hadn't been able to take care of for months. So it's so important, guys, that when I learned what it truly meant to be a non-commissioned officer with that one soldier. My mindset changed. My mindset changed. My world changed about being a leader, about being a non-commissioned officer, and about being a finance non-commissioned officer. Every one of my soldiers plus myself treated each person's pay, each person's piece of paper, each person's packet came across our desk as if it was ours. The same energy I will put into mine will be the same energy I will put into a service member I don't know, because it was my responsibility to ensure that he or she was paid so they could be able to take care of themselves and their families. And unfortunately, I had a warped mindset about being a non-commissioned officer. Like it was ridiculous. I'll spare you all the details, but no, if I tell you it was ridiculous, it was ridiculous, you know. But that taught me how to be a leader. And so, which in return shows me how to be the person I am before you today. So I just ask of you, beg of you, leaders, take care of your people. Take care of those people that's on the other side of your desk, or that meeting, to be able to make a difference, make a change in their life. Always lead them with hope, right? Always lead them with a doable, workable resource. Somebody that you connected with that you know that it works. A number that you know that on the other end of that phone, it works, right? So, once again, I'm glad to be back. I got a lineup for you all. We're going to have a few guests here and there. So, I'm just amazed. And you know what? What I want to take from you is to just love up on your people, right? Take care. Love up on them, meaning take care of them. When I say love up on them, I mean take care of them like you're taking care of one of your precious ones. Because guess what? They're going to remember that. And that's how you get more clientele, right? That's how your satisfaction should be that they win. That they win. So, with that being said, I got to get off of this call because I got an 11 o'clock meeting. So I love you all. Be blessed, and Remember, you are important. You are important, and never forget that. Goodbye. Well, talk to you later. Not goodbye.